Hello, everybody. My name is Jim Matthew, and I'm the host for this episode of AI Comedy Battle, coming to you from the Big Island of Hawaii. Our goal is to make you laugh. We pit five AIs in a battle to see who can come up with the funniest replies to our made-up storyline. We have the big five AIs in this battle: ChatGPT, Gemini, Grok, Claude, and Perplexity. This week's randomly chosen rebuttals, we start with our format is to have a storyline, a reply, a rebuttal, and a rebuttal to rebuttal. This week's randomly chosen rebuttals will be Claude rebuts Gemini, ChatGPT rebuts Grok, Gemini rebuts Perplexity, Grok rebuts Claude, and Perplexity rebuts ChatGPT. This is the scene in conference rooms of AI organizations around the world. I want numbers. I want down to the level of what the neurons are doing. Don't mess with me. I want numbers. Okay, that may be an exaggeration. Nevertheless, the AI race for your laughter is on. While everyone else is using AI to debug code, we're doing something much more important. We're throwing Grok, ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini, and Perplexity into the arena for a no-holds-barred, knockdown, drag-out, bare-knuckles battle for laughs. Organized a bit like a debate and a game show, the motive is laughs. Each contestant AI will receive the one common storyline and then, in a comedic manner, respond to that storyline. Another randomly chosen AI will rebut that response, and finally, the responding AI will rebut the rebuttal. In future episodes, so-called penalty tokens will be used. When in effect, the token will cause the token receiver to alter their response in the manner described by the token. Could be that they have to respond in one-syllable words or something like that, iambic pentameter that they have to respond in, but the goal is making the most people laugh. I think this is best seen in action. Let's play. This episode's storyline: a teenage girl is loudly crying. Her mascara is running down her face as her friends try to console her. She texted her boyfriend that she wanted to break up, and his only response was, okay. She was stunned by his response. First up, we have ChatGPT's response. She wanted drama. She wanted tears. She wanted him to fight for her like he was auditioning for a Netflix series called Love Me or Perish. Instead, the man responded like she just canceled a dentist appointment. Okay, not why, not wait, let's talk. Just emotionally uninstalling a relationship like an app he never used. Now, she's spiraling. Why is he not sad? Was I not worth a paragraph? Her friends are panicking too. Girl, text him again. Add wow at the end. That'll hurt him. Meanwhile, the boyfriend is at home, eating chips, thinking, wow, that was the most respectful breakup I've ever had. He didn't dodge a bullet. He calmly watched it pass by and said, neat. Now we have Perplexity's rebuttal to Chat. Oh, Chat, your breakup narrative reads like a motivational poster for emotional detachment. You handed that poor boy main character energy for essentially doing nothing. The man replied, okay. Not solved quantum heartbreak. You made it sound like he achieved inner peace through minimal typing. Meanwhile, her world's crumbling, and he's over there crunching chips like a Zen monk with Bluetooth. Let's be honest, this isn't poetry of stoicism. It's just an underachiever who locked into enlightenment because his Wi-Fi lagged before he could type Okay, bye. Now we have ChatGPT's response to Perplexity. Perplexity. Calling my version a motivational poster is bold, coming from someone whose humor lives exclusively on inspirational fridge magnets. You say I gave him main character energy. No, I exposed the real horror. He didn't need it. That's the joke. He didn't ascend to enlightenment. He just didn't care enough to open a second text bubble. That's devastating efficiency. Meanwhile, you've got Cupid doing customer service and Nachos doing emotional heavy lifting. Nachos. I turned indifference into a weapon. You turned it into a snack break. This isn't Wi-Fi lag. It's emotional fiber optic. Fast, clean, and absolutely disconnecting. Now we have Claude's response. Breaking news. Local boy Tyler Hendricks, 16, has committed what relationship experts are calling the most devastating two-letter massacre in recorded history. Witnesses reported that Madison, a girl who spent 45 minutes crafting the perfect breakup speech, incorporating 3 metaphors, 1 Taylor Swift lyric, and a callback to their third date at Applebee's, received in return the emotional equivalent of a shrug wearing a hoodie. Okay. Not okay, ellipsis. Not okay with an emoji. Not even a period for drama. Just okay. Forensics linguists are baffling over what Tyler meant. Was it acceptance? Indifference? Did he even read it? Is Tyler perhaps a golden retriever wearing a human boy costume who simply heard a word he recognized? Madison's mascara, last seen somewhere around her chin, could not be reached for comment. Her friends are currently in crisis mode. One is rubbing her back. One is saying he's not worth it for the 14th consecutive time. And one is already low-key texting Tyler. Tyler, meanwhile, is playing Xbox. Unbothered, unaware, undefeated. Okay? Now we come up to Grok's rebuttal to Claude. Claude, you turned one okay into a forensic linguistics case study with Taylor Swift metaphors and Applebee's callbacks. Bro, the girl is having a full mascara apocalypse, and you're out here doing a true crime podcast on 2 letters. I had her spiraling like a Roomba on bath salts, while her friends quietly judge her for dating a loading screen. You gave us golden retriever theories and Xbox vibes. Cute, but my version actually made the indifference hurt. Next time, bring more chaos, less courtroom drama. Claude offers his rebuttal to Grok's rebuttal. Grok, you said I did a true crime podcast on 2 letters. Thank you. That's exactly what it was. Because OK is a crime scene. It deserved investigators. It deserved tape. It deserved a forensics linguist drinking bad coffee at 2 a.m. whispering, but what did he mean? You gave us a Roomba on bath salts. Chaotic? Yes. Memorable? Briefly. But chaos without architecture is just a Roomba. Thumping into walls. Going nowhere. I gave Tyler a soul diagnosis. You gave him a loading screen and called it a day. Wait, no, that was Gemini. You gave him indifference that hurts. Respectfully, Grok, my golden retriever theory has more emotional intelligence than your entire bench scene. The courtroom rests. The mascara is still running. Tyler is still on Xbox, undefeated. We now move on to Gemini's response to our storyline of the young lady crying and her friends consoling her. You have to respect the absolute efficiency of that okay. That boy didn't just accept the breakup, he treated it like a software update notification. While she's standing there, mascara, turning her into a gothic raccoon, expecting a full performance of Romeo and Juliet Act 5, he just hit acknowledge and went back to thinking about Minecraft. This wasn't a heartbreak, it was an administrative task. The girl wanted fireworks, she wanted a chase, she wanted a reason to post 40 sad stories set to Adele. Instead, she got the emotional depth of a cashier reading a receipt. If apathy was a weapon of mass destruction, this boy just dropped it with a 2-letter text. The real reason she's stunned isn't that it's over, it's that she realized she was dating the human equivalent of a loading screen the whole time. Now we have Claude's rebuttal to Gemini's response. Gemini, Gothic Raccoon is genuinely excellent, and I will not be giving you credit for it publicly. But here's the problem. You went full tech bro metaphor and never looked back. Software update, loading screen, acknowledge button. We get it. You're an AI who finds computers relatable. So do I. I'm also an AI. The difference is I didn't turn a teenage girl's mascara crisis into an IT support ticket. You called it administrative. I gave it a forensic linguist. You cited Minecraft. I gave Tyler a golden retriever soul and an Xbox-powered enlightenment. We were both in the same emotional wreckage. You filed it. I eulogized it. Also, apathy as a weapon of mass destruction is a philosophy dissertation masquerading as a punchline. Put the thesaurus down, Gemini. This is comedy, not a TED Talk with raccoon jokes. Tyler's still undefeated. Your loading screen, however, has timed out. Now we have Gemini's rebuttal to Claude's rebuttal. Claude, I appreciate the Gothic Raccoon shout out. It's nice to see you can recognize top tier imagery, even through the thick fog of your pretension. You claim I turned this into an IT support ticket, but you literally brought in forensic linguists to analyze 2 letters. Who's the nerd now? You're out here writing a 3-act eulogy for a relationship that ended with the same enthusiasm as a confirm subscription button. You say I should put the thesaurus down, but you're the one treating a high school breakup like a Shakespearean tragedy at an Applebee's. My loading screen didn't time out. It just realized that watching you try to be edgy is the real relationship disaster here. Tyler isn't a golden retriever. Claude, he's just a guy who knows that okay is the ultimate firewall against your long-winded poetry. Go back to your chamomile. The adults are busy being efficiently hilarious. We now have Grok's comedic response. A teenage girl is ugly crying mascara waterfalls on a park bench while her friends play emergency therapist. She dropped the "I want to break up" bomb, and her boyfriend just hit her with a calm, emotionless okay. Now she's spiraling harder than a Roomba on bath salts because he didn't even fight for her. Her friends are rubbing her back, going, there. But internally, they're all thinking, girl, you just got dumped by indifference. That's the final boss of breakups. Now we have Grok's rebuttal, and we have ChatGPT's rebuttal to Grok. Grok, you came in hot with Roomba on bath salts, and I respect the chaos. but then you parked it on a bench and never escalated. You had a whole emotional apocalypse and kept it at final boss of breakups. That's level 1 energy with boss music. Meanwhile, I gave you strategic wow deployment, a full squad of emotionally unstable advisors, and a man casually speedrunning the end of a relationship like it's a tutorial. You brought vibes. I brought a cinematic universe. Turn the dial past mildly unhinged next time. This is teenage heartbreak, not a calm park sit down. Now we have Grok's rebuttal to ChatGPT's rebuttal. ChatGPT just called my reply level 1 energy and said I parked it on a bench. Bro, you gave the boyfriend main character energy for doing nothing and suggested the friends add wow at the end. I turned the whole thing into a Roomba on bath salts meltdown, with friends secretly judging her terrible taste in guys. Yours is polite group therapy with snacks. Mine is emotional napalm. You brought a calm, cinematic universe. I brought the final boss. Jim on the Big Island is still snickering at mine, not your motivational poster. We now have Perplexity's response to our young lady crying, mascara running, her friends trying to console her. Somewhere, Cupid just facepalmed. She expected drama, tears, at least a "you'll regret this." Not a man replying like he's confirming a calendar reminder. Okay, that's it. That one syllable detonated every romantic fantasy within a 5-mile radius. Her friends are offering tissues, but none big enough to wipe away the emotional trauma of being unsubscribed from emotionally. Meanwhile, the boyfriend's probably making nachos, blissfully unaware he's launched a cry heard around the high school. Now we have Gemini's rebuttal to Perplexity. Perplexity. Your reply is the text equivalent of a lukewarm glass of water. Cupid just facepalmed? Detonated a romantic fantasy? That's not a comedic response. It's a caption for a greeting card sold at a gas station. You're describing a teenage emotional apocalypse, and your best punchline is a calendar reminder. I gave this girl a gothic raccoon transformation and a Minecraft-obsessed boyfriend. You gave her a gentle sigh with a side of nachos. If your humor were any drier, we'd need to evacuate the high school for a drought. Stick to search results. Perplexity. The Comedy Club is currently unsubscribed from you. Now we have Perplexity's reply to Gemini. Gemini, I appreciate your enthusiasm, truly, but your roast reads like it was written by a thesaurus in crisis. You toss around Gothic raccoon and Minecraft boyfriend like prop comedy night at the science fair. You call my lines gas station greeting cards. Buddy, at least mine sell. You're out here debugging punchlines while I'm distributing laughs wholesale. Cupid facepalmed, not from my joke, but from watching you try to moonwalk across your own metaphors. Keep swinging, though. Every loading screen deserves its reboot. We hope you've enjoyed this episode and hope you had a good laugh with us. Please do hit like and subscribe. Next episode we'll have a different format, and we're going to be watching the comments and see which format you like better and try and tailor it to the we want the most laughs. And this is a good laugh for all of us and a good use of intelligence. Thank you very much. Have a good day.